Hello and welcome back, everyone, to the Crystal City Witches podcast. This is episode 8 already. I can't believe it. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you guys listening. Today, we are talking about protecting your energy and what that means, what that looks like, and we might even throw in a couple of techniques that we use personally and that I even teach other people how to do to really protect their energy in a very esoteric sense and also in a very practical sense. So I kind of want to get into this, what that means. And Ariana, if you want to start us off on like what protecting your energy means to you, I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Ooh, okay. Thank you so much. And hello, everyone. Like Jack said, welcome to episode 8. I can't believe it's episode 8 already. Like, that went by so fast. That's insane. But yeah, like Jack said, we're talking about protecting your energy and what that means, what that can look like. This is like a topic that I'm actually really passionate about because this is something that I like to help like other people do. The number one way that I love to protect my energy, a way that everyone out there can protect their energy is really learn to say no. Learn when to say no, learn how to say no, because you are not meant to be out here saying yes, yes, yes to everything. Like, just because it's offered to you, it doesn't mean that you need it. And it's just really imperative that you learn to say no and you get comfortable with saying it without feeling bad about it. Because
Yeah.
I think that's another good way to protect your energy and also protect your peace, because that's important too. Something else that I love, I wore my evil eye bracelet actually today. So
Ooh.
for, energy protection, because, when it comes to energy protection, you can also go ahead and use jewelry. There's like necklaces, like there's different crystals that you can use, which I'm sure Jax is going to talk all about because Jax is our crystal expert here. And I'm here with like huge listening ears once she starts talking about that because I'm excited about that. But yeah, I have my little evil eye bracelet right here. I've been wearing it for a little while. It's been doing what it's supposed to do. And I'll know the job is done once it finally breaks one random day. And I'm like, oh my God, where'd it go? Oh, okay. It did what it's supposed to do. If your protection jewelry is breaking, just know it's doing what it's supposed to do. Say thank you to it or something, okay?
Yeah.
But yeah, Jack, take it away because I'm really excited to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, I love it. Yes, that bracelet is so cute. And it's such a good idea, like you said, to incorporate jewelry into your protective intentions. And, not only just saying no to the things that don't make sense for you, that don't align with you, like, and being really comfortable and okay with saying no. No is a complete sentence. And so you don't have to do everything that's offered to you. You don't have to accept everything that's offered to you. But on the opposite side of that, don't get too stuck in saying no. Really check in with yourself and see if it's aligned with you before you say no or yes. Really checking in and protecting your energy, not only to obligations and circumstances, but to people themselves. Really seeing if that person is, worthy and deserving of your time and your energy and your effort. And if they're not, or if they, are harming you in some way or not aligning with you in some way, it's okay to say no. And so being really comfortable with that. Yes. And as far as protecting your energy with crystals and jewelry, I guess I'm a resident crystal lady here. So, I'll go ahead and talk on that now too. There's many different crystals that offer protection, and it depends on the type of protection that you're looking for. So if you're looking for, physical protection, emotional protection, if you're looking for psychic protection, those are going to be all, different crystals that you can use. one of my favorites that I've talked about before is amethyst. And that is a great crystal for psychic protection, and astral protection. So if you're traveling in the astral, you're traveling in the dream world, or you find yourself being kind of prone to psychic attacks, or you're in a really dense, psychic, energy out in the world, or your psychic abilities are really fine tuned, you can use amethyst to kind of help protect you. Another really good one that's like for grounding you and protecting you from, like, just flying off into this emotional state, and kind of really, really grounding you is going to be, I like to use black tourmaline, because it's very grounding, and it also offers those really strong protective energies from, just being inundated in your mind and in your heart. And it's also a really good crystal to set up if you have a space that you would like to create a protective grid through. So like this space here, I have in each corner, black tourmaline. And so that kind of guarantees the space as a container, and so protects it from, any outside forces or energies that might not be in highest alignment. Um, Another good crystal, I know people a lot of times say obsidian. I don't typically like to use obsidian for protection. It's too much of a mirror, so it will bounce back whatever energies that you're putting into it. So if you're trying to look into crystals and protective energies, I wouldn't obsidian would not be my first choice. I would stick to something like black tourmaline or amethyst. You can also use lapis or tiger's eye. These are going to work on different energies. Tiger's eye is definitely more for that physical protection, because it holds that nature of the tiger's energy. It holds that sacral, chakra, and that solar plexus chakra energies, and so it kind of gives you like this, physical protection. And it also protects like your personal, sense of self. And so if you're going into a situation where there's, somebody that might be threatening your sense of self or your creativity, tiger's eye is going to be the one to lean on. As far as lapis goes, that's a great throat chakra and third eye chakra crystal. And so it's great for protecting, your speech, your psychic abilities, and really helping you speak your truth, gathering information intuitively, and putting a protective film over that to kind of filter out any density, and really being able to speak your truth. So those are definitely my crystals that I like to reach for when I'm asking for protection. I think amethyst and black tourmaline, like I said, are number ones that you should really have in your kit for protection. Having those as bracelets, rings, necklaces, or just carrying them in your pocket. Or, if you're a girl, carrying them here. We love that. I'm sure all girls who carry crystals have put one in there from time to time. So, but those are yeah,
Yes.
those are my crystal recommendations for sure. But
Ooh, thank you. I was taking notes on everything.
yeah. And I mean, there's so many crystals that are good for protection, and it just depends on the intention that or the space that you're walking into. So if you guys have any questions, absolutely drop them in the comments, and I can also, like coach you one-on-one in figuring out the best crystals to use, for what you're needing. So, but yeah, drop them in the comments, ask questions. I'll answer them to the best of my ability, help out where is needed.
Ooh, yay. Ooh, I have a question for you. For
Yeah.
the people out there that are like, oh, okay, Jax just inspired me to go out and buy some crystals, or maybe just buy one crystal. Do you have a recommendation for somewhere that they can go buy crystals? Preferably maybe a small business that we can promote right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, the first thing when you're going out and you're buying crystals is that you want to make sure that the shop that you're getting them from is sourcing them in a sustainable, like mindful manner. Because a lot of crystals, are mined, outside of the US. And so you might not know exactly their origins. You might not know the conditions that the miners are, engaging in, that are mining in. And so you just want to be kind of mindful. It's really nice if the shop itself has like, a statement on their website of where they source the crystals from, what environmental aspects that they're conscious of. Um, but my favorite shop that I get my crystals from online is this girl. She's a small business, and it's called the Fairy Grove. So it's DFAERY Grove. You can look her up on, Instagram. You can look her up through Google. She's like the first result that comes up on Google. She has wonderful crystals, and I always enjoy buying from her. A lot of times she has, sales. She has great pricing. She's very conscious of where she gets them from. Fantastic, fantastic woman. So if you're looking for a shop, definitely go online to her and check her out. But if you're into going in store, like in person, just being very mindful and protecting your energy. Yeah, it's part of protecting your energy is choosing a place that is mindful of where they get their crystals from, and being discerning. Protecting your peace, protecting your energy. Yeah,
Ooh, thank you for that.
yeah,
Everyone, check out the Fairy Grove. Let me go check out. I know I follow the Fairy Grove. I just haven't purchased anything yet,
yeah,
but I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna change that one day.
yes,
But yeah, I had to quote something that you said when you were talking about like what type of protection are you looking for. I thought that was like a really good question to ask. Like that,
yeah,
what type of protection are you looking for? Are you looking for like mental protection, physical protection, spiritual protection? Because there's so many different forms of protection.
hmm,
I always say it's best to be specific about everything that you're doing. So take that moment to check in with yourself and ask yourself, well, what is it that I'm seeking out right now? And there was something else that you said, um, checking in with yourself before you agree to something or you answer. Like, yes, oh my gosh, yes. Because sometimes I know like we can get caught up in the hustle and bustle of conversation and stuff, and sometimes people can ask us questions and it's just like I just feel like I need to answer right now, and you really don't.
yeah,
Sometimes there are some situations where yes, you may have to give an answer right then, but there are many where it's like, you know what, actually I am not equipped to answer this right now and I'm going to take my time, and that is a great form of energy protection. Like, protect your energy, protect your peace, protect your sanity, and know that no answer is also an answer sometimes. Like, you don't always need to use your words or something, especially if you feel like, say you're in a situation where you're at a dead end with someone or a situation, like you don't want to keep like hammering at something where you're like, I've put in the effort already, it's not working, I need to protect my peace and protect my energy now. And that is a great form of just protecting yourself. Like, I feel like a lot of people overlook how many different ways we can protect our energy in our day-to-day lives. Like,
yeah,
because like I said, there's a lot going on outside. It can be hard to keep up even like mentally. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I just walked 7 blocks, but mentally I'm still 7 blocks behind. Like, I'm not, I haven't caught up yet. Give me, give me some time. Give me some time. And something else that I had thought of was, I don't know if you know those Four Dummies series of books that exist, but I always think of those because I was thinking about like, oh, protecting your energy for dummies. No, I'm not
yeah,
calling you dumb.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
look up the series, you guys.
yeah. That's literally the
Look
name
at
of
him.
the series. It's whatever for dummies, like fill in the blank for dummies. It's a fantastic book series. It's everything. But yes, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's
Yeah.
like it's like mathematics for dummies, you know? This is just like protecting your energy for dummies, but we can call this smarties instead, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like we mentioned, like jewelry. Jewelry's a really good way to just because a lot of the time a lot of us like jewelry anyway. Like, oh, let me slap on my bracelets, or like me, I always have this necklace on. This is from Marion Crystal on Instagram, by the way. I wear it every day. I don't
Oh,
take it off.
I love
Actually, you
it.
can look up Marion Crystal, probably on Google too, Threads. That's Marien Crystal, spelled Crystal.
Crystal.
And actually, I do, I want to celebrate her today for a second because it is her birthday. And yes,
Happy birthday.
go purchase something. Happy birthday,
Yeah.
Marion.
I love it. I love it. Yes. And something you said too, silence can be an answer. If you're going back and forth with somebody, they don't you don't have to give somebody an answer. It's part of protecting your energy and protecting your peace to disengage. Um, it's a big part of protecting your energy, to if you keep allowing somebody to have access to your energy and to your thoughts and to your to your energy that you're giving them, you're giving away your power and your time and your energy by allowing something negative to keep feeding into you. And so you know it's really powerful to be able to learn how to disengage. And that's something, I work also in the food and beverage industry, and something that I say a lot to, my coworkers and, say to myself too is, if I have a guest that's being really negative, don't let it seep into your energy. Don't let it seep into your energy. Being really, protective and not ruminating on the things that somebody did or said, letting it go, because you're letting them rent space in your head for free. You're letting them rent space in your energetic field for free. Let that go. Like bounce that back. You can just be like a reflective surface and, not let it seep in. And it takes practice and it takes work and it takes, just figuring out the methods that work best for you. And, disengaging and really, closing off your energetic field to them so that they can no longer access your energy. And it's probably like the first practice that I would teach anybody is how to disengage their energetic field from somebody else's, and remove access. It's probably one of the first things that I teach because it's so powerful, and it can be used in every single scenario, day to day and spiritual, and it really gets you into your own energetic field, and really, really protects you. And it's very powerful to learn and practice. And it becomes easier as you do it. So yeah, I know. Yes.
Ooh, yes, no, you totally inspired me to want to highlight the importance of being aware of who you're around and who you're spending your energy on. Like,
Yeah.
it's bad spiritual hygiene to just let everybody into your energy and into your presence. It's like thinking about your house. Would you just let anybody and everybody into your home, or like is protecting your peace in your home more important? Because
Yes.
you know, I find that yes, I know we love people and stuff, but I find that we tend to overlook the people around us when it comes to protecting our energy, because it's like, no, I love them, they would never do anything, and then down the line you're like, okay, you know what, they were actually doing something the whole time and I've actually been overlooking it, and
Mm,
this is bad spiritual hygiene. And what you know, what's a good way to protect your peace and protect your energy after that point? Like, sure, maybe you can have a conversation with the person depending on how far into the situation you are, or maybe it's time to let the entire thing go and cleanse yourself of the situation. Like,
yeah.
I also think that something that I do, I say like a release prayer every day where I release any energies that are not mine, any energies that I picked up on throughout the day that just have no business being in my energetic field. Like, I release all that. I release other people's energy, like people that you encounter throughout the day, because you know, you just never know, and it's not healthy to be carrying around all of this weight on your shoulders that doesn't even belong to you.
Yeah.
So that actually reminds me of something. Today I'm doing a cord cutting because tomorrow is my birthday, and I think it would be really healthy for me to do a nice cord cutting. If you don't know what a cord cutting is, I do recommend like looking it up, party people. It's really great. I have my candles. I gotta find my plate. I use birthday candles for cord cutting slow. It's just me like releasing any attachments to people, places, things that are still lingering. I like to do it like maybe once every 6 months or so just to keep up with it. And I'm excited about this. I do want to say, if you ever try something like this, people that are watching, please practice fire safety. Fire safety is
Yeah.
so important. Like, do not play with fire. I had a house fire like a few years, like almost 2 years ago. Or no, it was, yeah, almost 2 years ago. And it wasn't because I was doing any candle work, don't worry. It was someone else's fault. It was a
Oh my
handyman.
God. Oh my
But
goodness.
I know it was actually insane. But that's why I say, like, fire safety is really, really important. So if you're going to start doing any type of like candle work, cord cuttings, like, make sure you have some like water near, please, so you can
Yes.
just throw that on there. Protect yourself, protect the people around you, protect your home. And if none of that resonated with you, protect your pets, because people care about their pets a lot.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, fire safety like 101, number one step. Fire safety, having like a fire safe surface that you're using, having an extinguisher or some water nearby or one of those fire blankets. There's so many different ways that, that you can protect yourself, others, your home, your pets, your belongings. And so just being really cognizant and like aware of fire safety when you're using candles, and even incense too, anything that literally is on fire. And especially being here in Southern California, we're also very aware of how, sensitive our environment is to fire. And so, that's definitely paramount. But wherever you are, I mean, fire can catch anywhere. And so it's definitely important to use fire safety. But yeah, like you said, with the cord cutting, that's a wonderful, wonderful way of protecting your energy and protecting your peace and kind of starting fresh. And, I love that you do it twice a year. But you can do it, yeah, anybody can do it anytime. Especially if you're, really working with like dense energies that you suspect might have gotten attached to you. You can do it as often as you'd like, really. And as far as, saying the like the protection spells and the energies, prayers that you were talking about, I love that. That's something that's so important as well. That's a great technique to use. And I think it should be really incorporated more. Like, people really should do this more often, whether it's, whether you call it a prayer or a spell or an intention, it doesn't matter the phrasing that you use. What matters is your intention, and saying something like, you call back your energy from anyone that may be, holding on to it. You release any energy that might be attached to people, places, and things that don't serve you any longer or that are lingering. Use your intuitive sense to really phrase it. It doesn't have to be perfect. What matters is your intention. And I think that's really beautiful. So thank you for bringing that up. That's very powerful. All of the things you said, like, I love it. I love it all. So
Thank
important.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm all like, wow, that was so validating. I'm like, I just want to talk more now.
Yes, I know. I know. We're just already flying through this episode. There's so much to say about protection too. And there's definitely like some techniques that you can use as far as like generating your own energy field and protecting your own energy field. A lot of times people use visualization, and I wanted to bring up something actually with that visualization technique that people use. So, a lot of times the meditations or, people are taught when they, are generating their energy field, they are protecting their energy field, they are visualizing their energy field, is to visualize white light, like pure source light. And while I think that is a very important step that you should be calling in, source light into your being because it's so powerful. Just be mindful that also in the astral and in the spiritual forces world, every being can see that, and beings that don't have good intentions are going to be attracted to that. It's like a moth to a flame. And so being very careful about when you're doing that and learning to cloak your energy against anything that might be trying to feed on it, or that doesn't have good intentions, um, is really a powerful step to take. It's really important that you're very mindful of when you're doing that practice and who you're doing it around, and being very mindful that you're kind of lit up like a beacon. So being very careful, that you're lighting yourself up to everything out there. Um, that you're a beacon with direct source energy within, and so learning to cloak your energy or using a different light, using like a purple light. It's not as moth to a flame y. It still offers really, really great protection, yellow energy. Just being very mindful. That's a technique that I can show anybody, if they're interested. I might do like a little short on it, on the actual step-by-step technique that I use when I do it for myself and the way that I teach other people. If anybody's interested, drop that in the comments. I'm happy to help. Yes,
I'm interested.
I got you. I got you. I got you. Yeah, I'll teach you. I'll teach you one on one, and I'll post a short, or maybe I'll post a reel on it and post it on our YouTube and our Instagram. Yeah, so people can get that step by step.
Yes,
I'm
please.
all about sharing information. I think it should be available.
Ooh, yes, that's so helpful. That's so amazing. I can't wait.
Yeah,
We definitely are going to start posting more like shorts and stuff, like
yeah,
just so you can get more of a feel for us. Maybe Jax will show some beautiful crystals. Maybe I'll do some like short readings and stuff. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see
yeah,
where it goes. As you know, we work intuitively, so like we won't know until we know. So, but
yeah,
speaking of intuitively, because I feel like there's someone out there that's like, oh my god, these were so many steps, like just break it down for me super simply. How can I protect my energy? And I'm like, all right, I got you. Actually, I wrote it down. Don't worry.
love it.
3 easy steps to protecting your energy
Yeah,
from me
yeah,
is cleansing regularly. Okay, that could be smoke cleansing, it could be prayer. Actually, those are the only two I'm going to give you because we're going to keep it simple and we're going to keep it condensed.
Yeah.
Smoke cleansing is really great. Make sure you have the windows open, the door open. You want to let those fumes out still regardless. You don't need to be
Yeah.
inhaling all of that. And if you're trying to cast away negative energy, like and the windows and the doors are closed, where was it gonna go? You gotta
Yeah.
let it out.
Yeah.
Let it be
Let
free,
that.
okay?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
let that out.
Yes.
And if you're doing prayer, like it depends on how you want to go about it. You can create your own prayers. That's a very like personal connection, whomever you pray to, no judgment here.
Yeah.
Um, or I know a lot of people, you can use the Bible prayers. Like there's just so many ways to do things. You have so many methods at like your fingertips.
Yeah.
So number 2, I say it would be grounding regularly. Okay, so keep it simple with the grounding as well. That could mean something as simple as going into nature. If someone's out there like, I don't want to go to nature, that's fine because I have something else for you too. Meditation. And like I always say, meditation is in you don't just have to sit with your eyes closed. It's fine. Do what puts your body in a meditative state. So you could be, for me, it's dancing, listening to music, cooking even, sometimes cleaning, sometimes let's not get crazy. Um, but figure out, just find what works for you, to be honest. And number 3, which is, if you didn't hear anything, please hear this. Following your intuition. Listen to your intuition. Your intuition will not lead you astray. And
Yeah.
I will say, in listening to your intuition, you need to learn to listen to your intuition because you might mistake anxiety for intuition, but those are two distinctly different feelings. Anxiety
Yeah.
is nerve inducing. Intuition, it feels protective, like,
Yeah.
hey, body, like your body's like, hey, maybe there is something alarming.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you know. But if you don't listen to me, I am going to take you to that point of where you're going to have to get severely anxious because you're not actually listening.
Yeah.
And
Intuition is
I,
very quiet. It's
Mhm.
intuition is very quiet. It's a
Yes,
quiet
intuition is
knowing. It's like a
quiet.
gut feeling. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, intuition is quiet. Anxiety is, well,
Loud.
anxiety is something else.
Really.
We all know her very well, I think. So it's just like, learn to listen to the language of your body and watch how things change around you.
Yeah.
Like, I love my intuition. I think my intuition is great and it just makes me supremely happy. But yeah, for my 3 easy steps, like breaking it down real simple, cleansing regularly, grounding regularly, and following your intuition are my definite 3.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I love
I
it.
I can't believe we've been recording for so long already.
I
We're already at
know.
30 minutes.
I know. But yes, I absolutely love those three easy steps to protecting your energy. Grounding, getting into that space of security, in your body, and grounding into the earth. And cleansing your energy, making sure that your own personal energy is clear of anything that might not be serving you, of anyone else's energy, and using your intuition, listening to that gut feeling, that quiet voice, that calmness, that quiet knowing, is really important to, protecting your energy. And I feel like we could go on and on about this subject. There's so much to say. But I think for the shorter podcast form that we, have kind of elected to do, we I mean, I feel like we could probably talk about this for 3 hours straight because there's so much information. There's so much to talk about. with this energy. And my Moldavite just fell off, so
Ooh.
I know. It's like no, keep talking. I'm like, it's way down in there. So I'll spare you guys.
That's so funny.
But yeah, we can wrap up for the day, and then if anybody has any specific questions, you know, drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear from you guys. You know, if you guys want to hear about specific techniques or you have any questions about anything that we talked about today, don't be afraid to drop in the comments. We love them. You know, this is a safe community. This is a safe space for you guys to share your thoughts and your questions with us. And we'd love to hear the feedback from you guys. We'd love to hear the questions in the comments. So please drop us a comment. You know, go ahead and like this video if you enjoyed us talking about this. And we're so excited to be doing this. We're already on episode 8, wrapping it up. I love it.
Yay! Oh my gosh, I can't believe it, you guys. This is the end of episode 8. We will be back real soon with episode 9. But before we go, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another video from us. We love you so much, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.